My grandparents went from baking cookies to body shaming and racism. Growing up fucking sucks. When I was little, I loved going to my grandparents' house. They lived in a small town and had a huge backyard with a swing set and a sandbox. My grandma would always bake cookies and let me help her in the kitchen. My grandpa would take me fishing and tell me stories about when he was a kid. I loved spending time with them and always looked forward to our visits. However, as I got older, I started to notice things that I hadn't before. My grandma would make comments about my weight and tell me that I needed to lose a few pounds. My grandpa would make racist jokes and say things that made me uncomfortable. I tried to ignore it, but it became harder and harder to do so. One day, when I was about 15, my grandma made a comment about how I was getting too big for my clothes. I snapped and told her that I didn't appreciate her comments and that they were hurtful. She got upset and told me that she was just trying to help. I told her that I didn't need her help and that I was perfectly fine the way I was. My grandpa overheard our conversation and told me that I was being disrespectful. I told him that I didn't appreciate his racist jokes and that they were offensive. He told me that I needed to lighten up and that it was just a joke. I told him that it wasn't funny and that I didn't want to hear it anymore. After that, our visits became less frequent. I didn't enjoy going to their house anymore and would make excuses not to go. I still love my grandparents, but I can't ignore the things that they say and do that make me uncomfortable.